All right, thanks, Brady. Greg Barnes, go ahead again. Please introduce yourself and where you're from, so that we can put some names and faces for the players. Thank you. Go ahead, Greg.
Hey, Brady, Greg Barnes in South Carolina. Just wanted to ask you about your transition to North Carolina. I know you're born and bred in Oklahoma. Grew up about an hour away from where you went to college. How big of a culture shock was that for you to make that kind of transition?
It was something that didn't really expect. It was a last minute thing. I was just sitting back. I wasn't really going to go professional. I was just going to go professional. I wouldn't go back to college, especially when Coach Kruger left, and then I kind of just decided let's see what happens, and didn't have anywhere I wanted to go, and I just last minute going through a coaching change here, and Coach Davis called, and it was something I wanted to do, and me and my family decided to do it. But going from 45 minutes away from home to 18 and a half hours, it's very different. I don't really know anybody around here except people of basketball, and it's been good so far. Been here all summer. I got to know a lot of people, so it's been fun.
So the last minute part, was that primarily just Coach Kruger leaving?
Yeah. So I went in and talked to him, and he decided he was going to be done. So it kind of put me in a position to I could stay for fifth year, or I could transfer, or I just go professional. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do, so I just put out every option I could, and this is what I ended with.
Thanks.
Michael Cove and Andrew Jones.
Hey, Brady, Michael Coe with WCHL in Chapelboro. What was it about Hubert's pitch to you that made you decide to come here to Chapel Hill?
I don't know if it was really anything except his personality. He first time coach. He got a good program here, and got a lot of players that wanted to stay and play for him. So that was the first big sign for me. It was I don't really know how to explain it. It was something we liked what he was saying. We liked the position I'd be in, and we liked everything about what he was saying. And he hasn't done anything to steer us away from that. He's the same person I talked to 3 months ago when I first met him, and he's same person in person.
And what is it like to come into a new team like this and almost immediately be the oldest person on the team?
Yeah, it's weird. You start off in college and you're the youngest, and you slowly gradually get older and older. And realistically, I'm not sure I should still be in college, but the COVID gave me another year, and now I get to play one more year, and I get to have a fun year. New experience, new environment, new set of people, new coaching staff, new teammates. I just want it to be fun. Just want it to be how I envision it being. Fans, and get back to everything normal. And I just want it to be one of those years that I can look back on and absolutely love.
Thank you.
Andrew Jones, then CL.
Hey, Brady, Andrew Jones with Tar Heel Illustrated. You're the 14th all-time leading scorer in Oklahoma. You had a real good career there, a really good program, won a lot of games. How big of an adjustment was it to come to something totally new but still be at the college level?
Yeah, there's a lot to live up to here. There's a lot of guys have come through, a lot of NBA guys have come through here. I was a 4-year program guy in Oklahoma. My thing was had a great career, and we were 8-9 seed every year, and I wanted to improve that, and I think I can make it farther in the tournament. I can play on a really good team. I think we can do that here. And when I talked to Coach Davis about the guys coming back and how he saw the team, it really stuck out to me of what we can do this year and what he wants to do this year. So it is a big adjustment, going from Oklahoma to here, but I'm just looking forward to it.
Thank you.
CL.
Hey, Brady, CL Brown with the Raleigh News and Observer. This is kind of non-serious, but when was the first time you heard you heard about yourself being compared to Larry Bird? And is that something that you embrace? Is that something you rather people not bring up?
It was I grew my hair out my sophomore year. I always had buzz cut. Always it was just Brady with the buzz cut, and then I decided to grow my hair out. It started taking off through people like this, and this is how it all got started. And I kept it going. And then I started to grow it back out last year, and it kept going. So it's publicity is publicity, and attention's attention. But it's just something. I think it's pretty funny. The nicknames people give me, the stuff people talk about, it's just something that's pretty funny to me.
Well, it's also because of the way you can shoot from deep. Larry Bird obviously was a 3-point shooter, and so I was curious too. Was that always a part of your game? Was that something that kind of grew once you got to Oklahoma in terms of being able to step out on the perimeter?
No, it was always part of my game. My mom and dad, they really were really good shooters back in college. They played NAIA, which is now a D2 school. My brother can shoot. He's a year older than me. We always been big on shooting. And when I was younger, I always had to play up with my brother, 2 years up, whatever it was. And I was never the guy that you had bringing the ball down the floor. So I was the younger brother that stood in the corner, and they said, when you catch it, just shoot it. And that's kind of how I developed shooting. Kind of wish they'd forced me to bring the ball up when I was younger. Maybe I'd have a little more skill there, but shooting was a big thing, and big thing for my parents.
Thank you.
Brendan, then Ross.
Hey, Brady. Yeah, just to follow up on the shooting as well. That is something, especially, in big men, that UNC has not always had. Just how has Hubert expressed the ways he wants to use you? And what other parts of your game besides that do you think are things that you've been working on this summer?
Yeah. So, thing he really got me to get here. He talked about the past of Tar Heel basketball, and he wants to have guys that are threats shooting in the big spots, and that's why he got me, Justin, and Dawson. I mean, we're guys that can be threats, and guys that can kind of space the floor if we need to, or stuff I've been working on. Just getting stronger. I want to. Over the years, I've been guarding the 5, been playing the 5. Wasn't the ideal spot for me, but I've gotten better at finding ways to push around bigger guys, and just improving on strength, and just trying to play defense as best as I can. Never been a great defender, but harder I work, the better I'll be. So just stay in the weight room, and then offensively, just trying to create my own shot, maybe off the dribble. Work on passing, getting other people open, moving without the ball, just small things.
Thank you.
Ross.
Hey, Ross Martin, Inside Carolina. Brady, I was kind of wondering, welcome to Chapel Hill, by the way. I was wondering, what's new about being around here in Chapel Hill or in the state of North Carolina, having spent most of your time in Oklahoma, whether it be the basketball program and being around UNC, or more generally speaking, just being in a different part of the country?
Yeah, so basketball, everybody's really welcoming. Everybody is really nice. Everybody wants to get to know me, wants to know what my life has been like back home. Everybody's really curious just to figure out what kind of guy I am. And then, in Chapel Hill, it's a great college town. Norman was kind of like a big city, kind of a suburb outside of Oklahoma City, and it's several high schools, just a lot of stuff to do. This is kind of centralized around the university, and I like it. It's got everything around here is it's UNC, it's basketball, it's whatever it needs to be, and it's just really awesome to be a part of. A lot of people care about how we do the season we're going to have. So it's a good feeling to be a part of something like that.
Pat Welter.
It's Pat Welter from WRAL Sports. I was curious, what excites you about the style that Coach Davis wants to play, especially as a big man?
Yeah, so Coach Davis, well, he wants to play fast. He wants to, he wants to get up and down. He wants to run. He wants to score the ball, and that's something I've always liked. Something I've always been good at was scoring the ball. We obviously need to work on our defense. We need to get better in that area, but we got a lot of talent. We got a lot of shooters, a lot of weapons on the offensive end, and I think that he's really pushing for us to be as best we can offensively. And then if we play well offensively, it'll turn into defense and vice versa.
Last one, Kip.
Yeah, hi, Brady. Kip Coons for Press Box View and Kip Coons Sports Blog. I had the opportunity to see you guys play in the NCAAs 2 years ago in Columbia, and you talked about being an 8 or 9 seed. Do you feel like there was something missing from your achievement because of that? And do you feel like the ACC is a better springboard for you to go deeper in the tournament and enjoy that kind of success?
I'd just say that we really sparked early several of those years, and it was I had some great teammates, great teams that I was on, but we'd always got caught in those 8-9 seed games, and you win the first one, or you don't win the first one. I mean, you're turning around and you're playing the 1 seed, and that's always a really hard game. Yes, there's upsets in there that come along, but that is a really hard game to play in, especially knowing you're either playing one of the top 4 teams in the country and you're trying to make a run in a tournament, and that it's just it's just hard to play in. I played Gonzaga last year, played Virginia that year, and my freshman year, we got beat, but I would have had to play Duke as a 1 seed. So it's always hard going into that game, especially when you know what you're up against the next game, or you're always going to be down. So it's I like being here just because I have that feeling that we can do better than that, and I want to do better than that.
All right, Brady, thank you very much. Everybody appreciates y'all jumping on.